Hey guys, Martin Sage of Darkness here. I know it's been a while since I posted anything, which I apologise for. My wife and I had a little baby who's now 11 weeks old, so it's been a while since I've had time to do anything apart from look after her. So yeah, sorry about that, but my priorities shifted slightly. Even still, I've been collecting cards for my latest deck. Gem Knights, which I'm thinking about running this format. Obviously when Hidden Arsenal 7 comes out, this deck will be complete, but up till now I've got the most of the Japanese equivalents or the dual terminal cards to make the deck complete. So I'll show you the deck and let me know what you think. Right. So this is a rabbit variant, so it runs 3 of each Garnet and Tourmaline rabbit targets, a 1900 beat stick and a 1600/1800 monster. That's the Sabersaurus and Cabazors for those of you who are Dino Rabbit players. Gem Knight Obsidian, who when discarded from their hand by any means, a cost or an effect, I can special summon a normal monster, so i.e. one of these two, or an Amber, who's a Gemini monster, from my graveyard, so it can loop those monsters. Gem Knight Lazuli, who is Japanese at the moment, who's out in hopefully in Hidden Arsenal 7. It's a dual terminal card as well. This card, when it's discarded by an effect, so not from the hand, but when it's discarded by an effect, not by a cost, I can return one normal monster back to my hand. So another good way to loop Gem Knights. Gem Knight Amber, who when he's is a Gemini monster, when you discard a Gem Knight card, I can return one of my banished monsters back to my hand. It doesn't have to be a Gem Knight monster, it can be anything, including a rabbit, which is good. 3 Armadillo, Stratos basically, but only when he's normal summoned, not when he's special summoned. But 3 of them is fantastic. I can search for Obsidians and Lazulis very easily. So he's also a rock monster for Sirocona. Double Rabbit, brilliant at 3, but good at 2. Searches out Tourmaline and Garnet for one of my big plays to start the match off, which I'll show you later. Summon a Monk, 2 of those. I don't run that many. I run a fair amount of magics, not too many, but enough to get his effect off. It's particularly broken once I've got Gem Knight Fusion and a few Gem Knights in the grave, because I can basically discard Gem Knight Fusion, get a Gem Knight, Exe or Fuse, then get that Fusion back, so it's a free summon. Gauze and his token for a hand trap. I don't run Tragoedia, maybe I should. Post your thoughts below, but Gauze works really well because I don't run that many traps. 3 Volcanic Shell and Thunder Dragon. A lot of Gem Knight decks don't run Thunder Dragon. The reason for this is because Prismora isn't the main focus of the deck, but in my TCG build I ran Thunder Dragon. It was really good. It's got a lot of extra combos aside from fusing into Prismora, who needs a Thunder monster to fuse. Volcanic Shell is brilliant for spamming Citrines. Basically send it to the grave because it's a Pyro, pay 500, get another one, fuse again, loop with Obsidians and Lazulis to get more fusion monsters, return those Gem Knights by removing the Obsidians and the Lazulis. Really good card. You can get 3 Citrine out in one go. 3 Gem Knight Fusion, gotta have 3. You need this turn 1, or very often you lose. So yeah, need 3 of those, and I've got a good way of searching for them. 3 Mystical Space Typhoon, again need 3. This deck loses to Macrocosmos, so Macro Rabbit is running around a lot at the moment, so 3 MST is needed. Monster Reborn gets back monsters for Xing. I'm playing around with DDR instead of this, but at the moment Monster Reborn stays in there. So Dark Hole, Heavy Storm, Mind Control. Very often they have a level 4 monster on the field. I can use this for Xe material. And that's what that's for, really. Card Destruction. This is a very good card for if you dump Obsidian or Lazuli, I can activate both their effects from this because they don't miss the timing. Also, if I've got 2 Thunder Dragon in my hand, if I've got a Thunder Dragon, I can discard 1, get 2 more, then play card destruction and get a plus on it, or make it a 1-for-1 trade-off with the card destruction. So that's brilliant. Another thing that Thunder Dragon is good for is the Phoenix Wing Blast for discard bait. I can also discard Obsidians and get his effect off. Not Lazuli because it's a cost. Or I can just chuck normal monsters in the grave for recycling. Or I can chuck Gem-Knight Fusion as well and then get it back if I've got enough Gem-Knights in the grave. 3 Citrine. Don't let anybody tell you don't need 3. You've got to run 3. Brilliant for spamming with Volcanic Shell. A couple of Prismora is a good card. It discard a Gem-Knight card to target a face-up card on the field. It can be a magic, trap or monster and destroy it. 2 Zeracona, Beat Stick, 2900. He's got no effect, but that's quite good, which you'll see why later. I mean, he's a rock monster, so my armadillos aren't dead after I've summoned them, so that's good. A Ruby, he's a trampler, and he's got an Elemental Hero Terra Firma effect, if you know what that does. Tribute a Gem-Knight, and he gains the attack completely. So a good combo with that is Gem-Knight Fusion, dump Obsidian and Garnet, use Obsidian, get back Garnet, make Ruby, tribute the Garnet that you got back, an extra 1900, trample a Reaper or a Sangan, and you've done massive amounts of damage. Topaz, a double attacker, who he's not very strong. He's got 1800, but he's pretty good. He can attack twice, and also if he kills a monster by battle, you can do damage equal to the attack of the destroyed monster. So it's a Flame Wingman effect. Big Eye. This card I can get out so quickly. Spam Citrine, overlay the 2 Citrine, make Big Eye, take their monster. Brilliant. People don't see it coming. Very, very powerful card. Double Larval Vile Chain. You need those in this deck. You can get it off Rabbit, you can get it off Summon a Monk, you can get it off summoning one of your Gem-Knights and mind controlling one of their level 4s. You need this turn 1 to dump Gem-Knight Fusion and return it. I'll show you a combo with that in a bit. Emerald, very, very good. You can either target a normal monster in your grave by attaching an extra unit and special summon it. Sorry, not a normal monster, it's a non-effect monster, which is very important because you can get back Gem-Knight Pearl and Zeracona with its effect. Or you can target 3 monsters in your graveyard, shuffle them and draw 1 card. So a great way for recycling monsters for Rabbit. It's a very, very powerful card. Also recycling Thunder Dragons and Volcanic Shells. So you return the shells back to your deck, leave 1 in the grave, pay 500 and you can put a shell straight to your hand, or recycle the Thunder Dragons. If you've got 1 in your hand, a dead one, then discard it, get 2 more. Very, very powerful. Pearl, not much to say there apart from a 2600 Beat Stick, and he's a Gem-Knight, so it's got synergy with Fusion. Shockmaster, this will be replaced with Seraph when it comes out. They were too expensive to buy in Japanese, so I will wait for the English version of that. I got the Laquari, the Lazuli quite cheap, but anyway, Shockmaster's pretty viable in this deck. I can summon normal monsters level 4 quite easily, and Mind Control as well makes it quite easy. The side deck, double Maxi, double Veiler. Maxi's good for Dino Rabbit, special summons quite a lot. Not Macro Rabbit, obviously. Effect Veiler, very standard, good card. I might replace it with Fiendish Chain. I like your thoughts on that. I don't want to make the deck too trap heavy, because monster hand traps are the way to go with a lot of Gem-Knight decks. Because obviously, well, you make Gauze dead for 1. Let me know what you think about the Fiendish Chain. 2 Soul Taker, because this deck can be locked down by big Beat Stick monsters. Things like Thunder King, screw it up, as with my heroes. So yeah, worth taking those out with Soul Taker. 2 Gozo Match. All my monsters are Earth, apart from the Shells and the Thunder Dragons, but I won't be summoning those. and the Summoner Monk, but I'll take those out for a Gozen match. Yeah, it's worth, and Gorz as well, but again, it's a continuous trap, so I wouldn't have Gorz in the side against that. So I take out the Summoner Monks and Gorz for Gozen match. Yeah, it means that they can't summon more than one attribute, so it's quite good for lots of different matchups. Double Roared Kree, because I fear a lot of traps. I don't run many myself, so it doesn't hurt me. Double Dust Tornado for both of those are for Macrocosmos a lot because they really hurt me. Soul Drain is my answer to Mermails and other decks that run are very graveyard based. I would run Macrocosmos because it's the answer to them, but obviously it hurts me too much, far too much. So this is a good way. It only stops Obsidian and Lazulis, which are win more cards, and I can choose when to activate it. So I probably would take out maybe, and obviously I might take out the Lazuli for these, keep the Obsidians because they're the superior of the two. But it's a good answer to Mermails, and as I say, the deck doesn't need Lazulis and Obsidians; they just win more cards. So yeah, they're in there for the matchup against Mermails. So that's the deck overall. That's quite good. I like it. It's running quite well at the moment. Just a few combos. Okay, basically, I can use Rabbit, summon Rabbit, tribute it, get double Garnet. This is an opening. Overlay into Lava Val Chain. Remove an Exa unit to drop Gemlight Fusion in the grave. It should also be said that Lava Val Chain has a second effect, which can put a monster on the top of my deck, so it's a good way to search out Rabbit if I need to suddenly get a lot of normal monsters. I can remove that Garnet, get Gemlight Fusion to my hand. That's a good opening. Gemlight Fusion, as you say, you need turn 1. Another good thing is I can discard for Summoner Monk. Again, get out Lava Val Chain. What else have we got? Other combos. Emerald, of course, to get out Zeracona. I can actually fuse to put a Zeracona in the grave because it's a rock himself. I can fuse, say, Armadillo and, I don't know, Obsidian to make a Zeracona. Obsidian's effect activates, get back a Garnet, then fuse that Garnet and Zeracona to make another Zeracona, put one in the grave, and then Exa into Emerald, get back that other Zeracona, and I've got 2 Zeraconas on the field, so that's quite good. I said about the Ruby combo, basically Obsidian, Garnet, make Ruby, bring back Garnet, tribute the Garnet and attack. But I think a lot of people know that, so I won't insult your intelligence. But that's the deck. It's pretty good at the moment. I want to upload some matchups against my brother's Dino Rabbit deck. Obviously it's not tournament legal yet because of the Lava Val Chain, Daigusto Emerald, Zeracona are all dual terminals, and I got the Lazuli, which are Japanese. I'm hoping when Hidden Arsenal 7 comes out to be able to get the viable replacements and make this deck legal, and then take it to some tournaments, and you'll see some good videos. But this is a build at the moment. I really appreciate your help with this because it's still very much in its infancy. So let me know what you think, guys. Thanks.